Hey you guys, it is Monday, January 22nd. My name is Amber Campbell. I am a freelance editor and an indie author. This week's video is going to be a week in the life of a freelance editor because I have 6 jobs due in the next 7 days. It wasn't that many 12 hours ago. But one of my clients who wanted her project done in mid-February messaged me and said she's going to need it within a week. And I had a huge project due yesterday on Sunday. The Friday before I got 2 orders. Yesterday I got 2 orders. And now I have this confirmation here. So there's just a lot going on. But it's okay, we're gonna get it done. So we're just gonna try to keep you with me as long as we can. I am at the day job right now, so I don't know how much I'll be able to film here, but I will keep you guys updated as I go. The project I'm working on today is just the first 10 pages critique, manuscript evaluation, basically what you would send to a literary agent, and I'm just gonna go look over it, read it, review it, write notes where I can, ensure they have the best opening for the literary agent to take interest in them. The second one is going to be the one that got moved from February to this week. That'll be the first 10,000 words, another manuscript evaluation. Should not take me too long for either of those, I don't think. And then we're going to move into 3 beta reads. So 1 is Friday, 2 are due Sunday, so it's just going to be a matter of getting started, getting through them. My beta reader reports are often 4 to 7 pages. The one I submitted yesterday was 8 pages, but it was also a little over 100k words. And I'm going to be looking at the door. We're not even open yet, that's why it's so dark in here. I was worried you couldn't see me, but I think this is fine. So we're going to get started on the first 10 pages evaluation, and then we will go from there. I am working on opening up a shop of sorts, not on a website, but just on Ko-fi. And because I've seen some other editors do it, and I'd like to kind of try it out. It's not open yet, but once it is, I'll start linking it below, in addition to the Fiverr. But I'm thinking, I would like to kind of just be on Ko-fi, because from what I can tell, I want to say they take 5% of your earnings, whereas Fiverr is taking 20%. So I'll be able to make more money there. So eventually I would hope that would be my priority. But without further ado, let's dive right into the editing jobs. Alright, update. Same day, it's Monday. It is now about 11 a.m. So the first one is done, that 10-page manuscript critique. Now we're moving on to a 10,000 word critique, probably about 35-ish pages. If I can get both of those knocked out today, then I can start on the remaining 3 projects, I think, that are on Fiverr. And then they're all beta reads, so that will take some time. But it's okay, we're moving on. I'm filming in the back room because this store is all windows and it's freaking cold out there. So, let's move on to the next one. And really quick, before I go, I do want to make a note that the manuscript critique that I just did on the first 10 pages, they've submitted to about 20 agents and have gotten so far about 15 rejections. I just read it. I loved it. I told this author I loved it. I was like, I wish I could give you more constructive criticism, but there's nothing to improve here. I think it's ready. If you weren't querying, I would say go get a proofreader and self-publish it. But just keep in mind, so when I worked and I was an intern for a literary agent, she was hired in January. They hired me in February. Within that second month of her being with the agency, she would get 12 to 25 queries a day. Within 3 months, that turned into closer to 30 or 40. So there's nothing wrong with your story. Odds are, if you've had beta readers and editors read it and they loved it, there's nothing wrong with your story. You are just up against a massive, massive amount of authors who are trying and aiming for the same thing. So think of it like college. You could have a 4.0, you could do volunteer, you could do sports, but if there are 50,000 other people with the exact same credentials and they're all applying to an Ivy League school that only has maybe 100 openings, the competition's fierce. You have to do something different to stand out. For us as writers, that's our words. We need to make that query letter as flashy as the manuscript itself. And of course, we're authors. We're flashy with words, not anything else, okay? So don't try to do like that orange paper they used to do 20, 30 years back. It's just make the words as memorable in the query as they are in the manuscript. That will get you much further. Hey, you guys. I believe this is the third clip that you'll be seeing. It is Sunday, January 28th, and all I'm learning from these little week in the life, day in the lives, is that I am terrible at filming when I have deadlines. So, as of Sunday, January 21st, I had 6 projects due in the next 7 days, and I just finished the final one this morning. And so what happened is I had a client over on Fiverr book with me like the second week of January, but then said she would need to push it to February. I said, no problem, push the date out. She ended up messaging me on Monday morning, letting me know that she actually needed it like by Friday, the 26th. And I said, well, I also have 5 others, so why not? So I ended up turning in a job on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and today. Yes. And I have made, hold on, I didn't even think to do the math yet, but I think I can do it here on paper. I think I can, or so, give or take. So 5 goes into that. Yeah, so already for February, I have made 9 times the income that I made in February of 2023, which is mind-blowing. I think in January it was 4 times more, so February just took off. Clearly, November and December are not months to focus on freelance editing, which is fine. Those are, write-off months anyway, right? None of us actually do work. So I just wanted to hop on, let you guys know I did finish them. I normally like to turn in projects like 24 hours in advance. Sorry if my head was distracting. Just because in case something comes up, I have that 24-hour buffer for myself. And no, I submitted this final project 5.5 hours before it was due. So that was cutting it a little close. Luckily, none of my clients have messages where they're like, oh, how is it going? I'm not usually one to give check-in simply because most of my orders are submitted and completed within 7 days of the order being placed. So to me, it's kind of annoying to get a message from me to say, hey, still working on it. Like, I would have assumed you'd be working on it. So, and I mean, I'm that kind of client myself where, if I hire someone, I'm like, okay, cool, the job's gonna be done this day, sweet. I might message them like a couple days like before if it's a longer project. If not, I'm just gonna wait to hear from them. But everything went well. I cannot believe I made 9 times my income in the span of a week from previous February. And last February was actually when I did my first copy edit job, and I think I charged $290 for it, but it didn't get finalized until March. So that's something about Fiverr for those who aren't familiar, and I'll card a video up here. I've talked about it more in depth. But let's say they accept the order on January 15th. They hold the funds for 2 weeks so that if anything goes wrong, they can refund the client. So I won't get paid for it till the 30th. So any work that I've submitted and the client has accepted after January 17th, I technically won't actually see the income hit my account until February. So this is all February income. That aside, I will say that I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them were beta reads, 2 were evaluations. I don't do full manuscript evaluations. I just don't offer that as a service of itself because that would be a few $100s. So what I do is I say $30 for the first 10 pages and then $60 for 20, $90 for 30. So if you wanted a full manuscript evaluation from me, you could simply go by those rates. I do them by page numbers, not by word counts, only for that service. Everything else is by word count. But if you want a full manuscript evaluation, so let's say that, yours is 300 pages. If I charge for every 10 pages, you're looking at, is that $300? Is that right? Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't do math. Put the number up here. There we go. What would that be actually? No, hold on. Now my brain, 300. And they're done by 10 pages, so that would be 30. Oh, no, it'd be 30 by 30, which would, hold on. 0. That'd be $900. Now I see why I don't usually get requests for that. Honestly, if you're looking for a very overall picture, my beta read's going to cover it. If you want an in-depth analysis that I'm talking probably would span 12 to 15 pages, because my reader report's normally 4 to 7 on average, that's what you would get with that. You'd also get inline comments with that. So that's just good to know because I didn't even know that. But just to let you know that I also have a book coming out on the 13th that I need to finalize because I will be out of the country again for a couple days in February. I knew it was coming up when I set the release date. I just didn't anticipate, obviously, client work. So I still have a couple more things to do on that. I might make a publishing vlog for it. I'm not sure what the video next week is going to be just yet. I've got a couple ideas. But we'll just kind of play it by ear, see how it goes. This video is a day late, but that's all right, no worries. And just to show you how chaotic my life is, because I've gone 2 weeks with, crickets, and then I go a week where there's 6 orders due in 7 days. But this is the life of a freelancer. So until I actually get steady enough work that I can pace myself better, this is just what I'm doing for the moment. But my goal was to double my income. So I had made, so 13% of my income last year came from freelance editing. This year, the goal is to make that 25%. So, yeah, we're doing great. We're doing fantastic. Also, I have a Ko-fi page now. I'm not doing it just for donations or anything. You can actually book my services directly there, and then I don't have to pay 20% to Fiverr. So if you would like any of these services and you're interested, you can go over there on Ko-fi. Exact same prices and rates. I just will take home all of it, not 80% of it. And so, yeah, for those who don't know, on Fiverr, even if you tip me like $20, I'll take 20% of that. So I'll take home $16 of the tip you gave me. Yeah, I don't know why they take a tip. That is very controversial, but it's also where I get 100% of my freelance clients so far this year. I think it's where I got 95% of my clients last year. So I'm rambling. But anyway, that has been my week as a freelance editor. I am mainly beta reader. I do copy edits. I do manuscript evaluations, critiques. Query letters is actually my second biggest service. In fact, I've had a service this past week who wanted a synopsis, and I have an upcoming one who wants a synopsis later, and that is the dog. So it is time for me to end this video. Thank you for joining me so much in this chaotic journey. And I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Oh, no, I did that way too much with Markiplier. Would you like to come say hi? Do you want to say hi to the camera? Come on. If your grandmother can use you for views, so can I. Okay, come on. You in the... No, didn't. Okay. We'll just see if we can adjust that. Oh, there's the babies. Okay, yes. Do you want to... You just... Guys! Come say hi. There we go. There. Okay, good. Now we'll get it. Can you tell I suck at the camera? Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Bye.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell.